The new ChatGPT image model is great at making anime pics, but is it actually useful for developers? I tried out the new tool to uncover the good,
Uh, like what I tried to do. It's actually pretty cool that it was able to do this. Um,
the bad, and the ugly.
ah, guys, what is this? Hey, everybody, it's me, Kevin. I am back. And today we are going to try something a little bit different. Previously, we've been doing a lot of vibe coding, and today let's try some vibe designing. So, there's been a new advancement that just came out last week. Actually, it's an old advancement. This is something that was announced about 9 months ago. OpenAI, when they announced GPT-4, they said, hey, you can create images. And then we never heard a word again. Well, it turns out they were cooking behind the scenes, because when this thing came out last week, people went nuts. I think it's one of the most viral releases ever. Sam said the other day they had 1 million new users in an hour. And let's check this thing out. Let's see how useful it is for a real world project. Now, I'm doing all this stuff from scratch. I tried playing around with a few things yesterday, but I have a real problem, and I'm just going to turn on my camera and we will see if we can solve it, and we can see how far we can get with a little bit of vibe designing using the new ChatGPT 4.0. Okay, so to start off, this is a project I've been working on for a while. This is an internal project at work called Spark. And, I built this back in December. I vibe coded it. And back at the time, people looked at this and they're like, oh, it looks so cool. Nowadays, you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is totally vibe coded, right? There's nothing unique here. We want to make this look interesting and add some branding to it. We have some great designers at PSL who are going to go through and help to actually do the real design for this later. But for now, I need something temporarily. We're doing a big presentation tomorrow. I want it to look a little bit nicer. And so I thought, why don't I use some of these tools and see how far I can get? All right, so to start off, I went through and I won't go into all the details of exactly this product, but basically, we had an internal share where we had some descriptions of the product, and I basically said, hey, take all this and condense it down, remove all the proprietary stuff, and just give it a high-level overview of this product, okay? And that's what we got here. So this is just a few paragraphs describing what this thing is. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. First of all, let me open up a new ChatGPT window here. Okay, so here we are. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy all this. And you know me, I like to put things in XML brackets. So this is going to be our, we'll call it the description, right? Put that there. And what we want to do is create a design brief from this. So this is going to be kind of the basis. This is similar to how we do a PRD, BRD. Design brief is in that same basic vein. So in order to do this, we have this little prompt here that is pretty straightforward, right? You're going to create a comprehensive design brief. You're going to have all of these sections in here. Let's copy this and let's go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit go. I'm using O1 Pro for this. You could use, actually, why don't we do this? Well, let's just go ahead and switch it over to 4.0. Might not be quite as good, but honestly, this new 4.0 is quite good. And it's going to go a little bit faster here, so we don't have to sit for 10 minutes and wait for this thing to come out. So here we go. We're going to create this design brief. I'm going to scroll as it goes. Okay. So we have the brand name. We got all that stuff. Let's see, brand personality. Let's go through these. Empowering, fast and smart, adaptable. This looks good. Good traits there. Okay, so the logo's interesting. An abstract spark. Simple symbol. That looks good. Modular, being alone or with the word mark. Great. Spark particle, a branching lightning bolt, radiating burst. These are good. Okay. Avoid overly techy. Yeah, we want it to stay warm. That seems good to me. Okay, so this is cool. So we've got a color palette. We have a vibrant orange red, a deep indigo, silver, nice bright sky. I'd be curious to see what these actual colors are, but we're going to get there in just a sec here. Okay, so what do we have here? Heading Satoshi. What is this? Is this some kind of crypto thing? No, no, no. I don't know about Satoshi. I've actually never heard of that, but we'll try that. Enter, great choice. Love enter. We can use that. We'll skip over that for now. Anyway, the basic idea here is we have some high level things here. Now it's saying, do you want a concept for a logo? This is where we're actually going to use the new image output. Now, one thing I found that's really interesting, and maybe we'll just try it right here. I'm going to ask you for a logo. My guess is this logo is not going to be good. Let's see what happens. And while it's generating the logo, I'm going to show you a way to get a much better version of this. Yes, please generate a logo. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, so it's going to give you something. We'll check back on that in a sec. In the meantime, again, I've tried this a few times. This is not the right way to do it. Okay, who knows? Maybe it'll come back and shock me and it'll be great. But what I like to do with any kind of design project is always go and get some inspiration. Okay, this does not mean copying. Okay, but there are plenty of sites out there. One site that's good. There's this Refuro.design. This is a paid site, but I think this is pretty interesting. You can go and search for logos. You can search for all sorts of different design aspects that you can kind of look at as inspiration. Dribble's been around forever. I used to have a Dribbble shirt back from like 10 years ago that I was always very proud of. But yeah, this is a great way to just kind of get some design. So the idea is that we want to go through and just find some that you think are kind of interesting, okay? That kind of fit in with what you're doing. Again, we're not going to copy this. We're just kind of getting some inspiration here. All right, so, this one looks nice. So we got this little, I kind of like that abstract, how we have the white space in there. That's good. I like those colors. What else looks good in here? Let's find some more. We got these little squares. That's kind of a popular thing. I'm not going to do that. What else do we have here? I kind of like this little snake. I like how it's an S too for Spark. We're not going to do that, but I do like how simple it is. I want to just kind of get some thoughts around like simplicity. Which other ones look good? Kind of like this toucan. Why don't we toucan it? It's kind of neat. I like how we got some shapes there, and it's just a little geometric. Okay. Anyway, you can go through. Ooh, this is nice. We got some colors here. Anyway, we'll grab a few of these. We'll try some of these out. See what happens. Okay. But again, go find some things that are kind of in the right ballpark of what you want. Still going here. All right. I'm going to pause for a sec. I will. We'll come back here and we will see what we created, and then maybe we can make it better. All right, guys. So we ran into an issue. This has been just completely overloaded. We are still getting started here with this image generation. I think we're basically stuck here. So basically what I did is I copied the initial prompt over here, created a whole new chat, and let's just go straight into the using the inspiration for the logo. All right, so we're gonna upload here. Let's grab one of these. I kind of like that toucan. What do you guys think? Should we try the toucan? Let's see what happens here. Okay. Yes. Please generate a logo and let's do this. And use the attached logo as inspiration. And talk about this. Don't say, be careful because it might just copy over the bird thing with like the word spark on top of it. You can say, I like the abstract geometric shapes and how they form a simple vector style logo. Okay, we want a vector style logo so that we can use this and we can update this. All right, so we're getting started. Come on, please work. Let's see how this works. All right, it's looking a little bit better already, hopefully. I see like something in the background. So basically the way that this is working is it's going through, you can actually see this if you dig into the dev tools here. It goes through, and this is a little bit of a trick that they're using on the UX side. It's basically creating 5 different images of different resolutions, and then it's kind of progressively adding in these different resolutions, and it's going through and just kind of using this front end to pull this in. Ooh, look at that. That's interesting. I like the little spark. That's kind of cool. Okay, this is a good start. It's not 100%, but it's neat, and I'd say so much better than what we would get before. Let's try another one. Let's try one of those other logos. Let's try this. I do think it's neat that it was able to, not to spell it right, but it uses typography, which is kind of cool. A really neat way to kind of set that, to get a much better visual. Previously the text you would get would be so garbled and it would just look kind of cartoony and handwritten. And you can tell that they actually fine-tuned the text on some kind of more professional looking fonts. And it's funny because I'm even just in the brief time it's been out, I've been able to kind of tell the certain style that a image looks like. Ooh, this is looking better. What do we got here? Okay. Oh, it's got the bird. Why do we have the bird? We don't need a bird. I don't like the bird. Okay. I kind of like the person, though, in the background. So let's try it one more time, and then we'll get this. And then I want to show another use case of this, which is I want to go and actually create a new design for this landing page. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to go and I'm going to sketch it out. So I haven't done this yet, but I've got a piece of paper here. I've got a Sharpie. Okay. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay. That looks much better. Now, one thing you can do now that we have this, we can download it. And Adobe has a nice tool where you can convert to an SVG. Okay, what is Adobe.com Express? You guys search for this. I'll put a link in the notes. But you can vectorize this, and then you can take this and bring it into a design tool. There's all sorts of neat things you can do with this. It's not quite. I think that gradient is kind of messing it up a little bit, but that's okay. We don't need to vectorize this quite yet. The other thing I like to do is, it's got kind of this like yellowish background. Let's go ahead and pull this into Canva and remove the background here. So there's lots of tools that you can use to remove a background. let's do this. Okay, yeah. It doesn't matter. Upload. Let's upload. Okay. We're gonna pull this in, and then we're gonna use a new design. Custom size, sure. Doesn't matter. That's funny. Okay, and then they have a tool here, feature remover. So we're just gonna remove that background, and then we can export this as a PNG with a transparent background. So even though it's white there, when you actually go and export this, we're gonna get a PNG. Use this transparent background. There you go. Okay, and this is going to be Spark logo.png, and we're actually going to save this right into our project. So we had a previous logo. We're just going to call this Spark logo. Save. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got that in there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause this video just for a sec. I'm going to sketch out what I actually want this to look like here on this page. All right, guys, so I'm back, and I just did a quick sketch here. Beautiful, huh? This is, you guys can do whatever you want here, but just to give a high level of kind of what this looks like, I actually don't know if it's going to accept this AGIC format, so I'll try to just like to put that on my desktop. Okay, now let's go back to our, let's go back here. Great. We're going to take what we have now, which is very good. And we're going to upload both of these things. Okay, so let's see what it is able to do. Okay. So we're going to try to get the image, and let's see how this goes. My sense is it's going to be a little bit generic, but that's okay, because I'm going to show you a little trick here, which is I don't need this to be pixel perfect. What I'm going to do is then upload this into Cursor and see if Cursor can actually code this up and make this look better. So we're going to try here. The other thing that we can do is in this design brief, we have some images or some colors, this electric coral, deep navy. So we might copy some of these in here, or create, we can actually ask it to create some Tailwind colors. But one thing that's kind of neat is you can, where is it? Tailwind color shade generator. Here it is. So this is kind of a cool tool. If you have one of these colors and you kind of want to check out what it looks like and create some Tailwind shades and things for it, this is a great tool actually. So here's that red. You can kind of see what it looks like. I love this tool. This is fantastic. You can see these buttons and stuff. Okay. So you can export this, you can edit this, you can save it. Oh, well, we're not going to pay. Sorry, buddy. Love the idea. Maybe I'll come back and pay for this. But for now, I'm just showing you guys what this is. And I don't want to put my credit card in on here. But let's check out navy. You can see what this looks like. Ooh, these are nice. It picks some really nice colors. I have to say these are pretty slick. So white, I don't know if we need that. Cyan blue. I actually kind of like, this is neat. All right. Yeah. So this like color here. That's funny. You got to pay for 400. You get 500 for free, but got to pay for that 400. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, 300 locked down now. Okay, this is cool. But this is great. Eric, love you, buddy. I should throw a few bucks your way. Okay. But anyway, in the meantime, check out Eric's site. It's very cool. But let's see what we got. Okay, cool. Look at this. This is neat. Okay. I like the little logo here. This looks really cool. Okay, this is good. Great. Now create a okay, and we'll see if it can do that. So it should know the features. It was one of the first things I put in there. And I'm not sure if it's actually going to try to like do the features themselves. I should have been more specific here. But hopefully it will just do that section and kind of give me a starting point. So while we're waiting for this, let's go ahead and let's just see how well this works. Okay, honestly, guys, I don't know if this is gonna work great, not work great, but let's try it. Worst case, we revert back and it's no problem. Okay, so here's our page. Let's go ahead and this is let's set up fine. Okay, we're gonna put this in here and let's just try it. Let's grab these colors. This is something that you might want to actually grab this whole thing and save this directly into your docs folder. I have like usually have like a docs folder where I have some. Do I have a docs folder? Yeah, here it is. So like I just put some markdown files there for all sorts of things. You could add this in there, keep everything in one place. All right, let's just try this again, guys. Oh, this is gonna work. Let's try it. But I think in general, you could kind of use a process like this to start to, sort of leverage some of these new AI image generation tools and combine it with things like cursor and combine it with some of the traditional techniques that you would use of, some of the online tools from Adobe, some of the tools like Dribbble, etc. All right, so let's see if we got features. Okay, these key features, that looks terrible, right? So I didn't know what to do. Let me try one more time, but I feel like, any kind of time with AI, you start to get a little bit too far down the rabbit hole, and it's not going to be great. Let's see what it did. Hopefully it did something cool. What in the world is this? This looks terrible. This looks terrible. Okay. More about the technique, about the process, about this is how I'm experimenting. This is how I discover new things. And looks. Hopefully you guys can learn a little bit from this too. So bring it like this. I don't know if this is a Sonnet thing. Sonnet's usually been okay. Maybe it's just too. That's just a little bit too basic. Guys, I was hoping this would be amazing. Let's see if it can actually do this. And again, if you guys have seen my, I did another design video working with Sonnet. This is often kind of a standard thing. Things look bad, you say make it look better. Things look bad, you say make it look better. Usually it's like the third time, it's like, fine, Kevin, I'll actually make it look good and it will do a better job. All right, so here we go. Okay, so like what it tried to do. It's actually pretty cool that it was able to do this. And we have this, get started, learn more. Okay, this is slightly better. It's closer to our actual design. Yes. Okay, move from idea to execution in minutes, get started, learn more. It's like it's tried and it's like it's not terrible. What you would do is you would actually put an image in there that you could get. But I actually kind of like how it did this like little spark thing here. Use this little flame icon. That's pretty good. We're gonna use our old trick. That sucks. Make it. Let's just see if we can do a little bit better with it. But I have to say, it did actually a pretty good job of what we asked it to do, which was to match that design. And we're going to see if it'll just maybe clean it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, fine. It's actually kind of a cool look. I mean, it like, you guys look at what it did. It actually like made this using just divs, right? Like it's actually incredibly impressive that it was able to do that. Now let's do this just real quick for the spark. Where's that flame? Instead of this flame, let's actually use our new logo. So IMG, I am not a fan of this. Now what do we call it? Spark logo. Just a little bit bigger. Cool. Okay. So again, you guys can play with this a little bit. Lots of things you can do in here. change around some fonts. But you can kind of see how you can start to use some of these tools, start to get some interesting logos, start to get some design ideas, and really kind of get some, again, like, I love designers. Designers are what's going to make your app really stand out. But if you wanted to kind of quickly get some concepts up and going that look better than your traditional Vibe code, this is a workflow you can try out. I would love to have you guys try it and see what happens. All right, so if you like this, I got lots of different tutorials like this. Go ahead and subscribe. And just as a note to everybody who has been following along with my AI coding tool, we're getting close. So I've been working on it, spent some time on it yesterday, was able to get a lot of the pieces in place. I'm really excited. And I pulled in my big brain coworker, Jared. He's helping me out. And so we'll see, still some work to do, but I'm hoping in the next day or two to get on a video with him and me, and we'll go through what we did. The other thing too is I've been working on a podcast too with Jared and some people at work. Just focus more on AI news, a little bit higher level, not necessarily coding, but Jared and I talk a lot about coding, so that's something that I will start sharing out. I'll probably do a quick video. We'll probably do one or two more, and I will share out just some links to that. You guys can check that out too. All right. Hope you like this, and I will see you later.